This is National Native News. I'm Antonia Gonzalez. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem wants to collaborate with tribes to combat drugs. During a recent press conference, Noem says the state will make resources available, as Lee Strubinger reports.
Governor Noem says she's extending the hand of the state government to offer help. Noem is making it known the state is willing to enter into memorandums of understanding, joint powers, and extradition agreements. They point to similar agreements with the State Highway Patrol and the Crow Creek Tribe's annual powwow. Alongside the Attorney General and Secretary of Tribal Relations, Noem says she recognizes tribal resources are stretched thin. She hopes the state and tribes can work together.
Most of the concerns stem from, is the state willing to respect their tribal sovereignty? And absolutely yes. That is important to us. We know it is important to tribal members, and these agreements do uphold tribal sovereignty. We also recognize that several of our tribes recently have declared emergency situations with the drug epidemics that they're seeing. So we want them to know that there are resources available.
Noem is saying the state is willing to sit down with every tribe and work on agreements to address these problems. I'm Lee Strubinger in Pierre.
A new film looks at issues surrounding a tribe that has been declared extinct in the Northwest. Steve Jackson has more.
The film Older Than the Crown looks at the case of Rick Desitel, who was charged with hunting as a non-resident in British Columbia. Desitel is a member of the Colville Confederated Tribes, but more specifically of the Sinixt tribe, which had been declared extinct in British Columbia back in 1956. Film producer and fellow tribal member Shelley Boyd says she believes, despite the fact that there were still numerous members of the tribe living at that time, the Canadian government was motivated by the need to develop hydropower in the region.
To actually make a declaration of extinction, that's clearing a road to do what you want to do, which has happened. I mean, we have 14 dams on the U.S. side of the line, and then we have 3 more above it on one of the greatest rivers in this nation.
Jump ahead to the present day when tribal members on the Colville Reservation came up with a plan to challenge the limits that had been put on their tribe's sovereignty by finding someone to go hunting in the ancestral tribal lands across the border in Canada. Rick Desitel volunteered for the job, and after a successful elk hunt across the border in Canada, was cited for non-resident hunting. Since then, 3 courts, including the Supreme Court of British Columbia, have ruled in his favor. The case is now pending for the Supreme Court of Canada. For National Native News, I'm Steve Jackson reporting from Spokane.
The Northern Arapaho tribe has received a large anonymous donation earmarked for recreational opportunities. Wyoming Public Radio's Savannah Marr reports.
The Wind River Reservation includes forests, lakes, and portions of 2 mountain ranges. But tribal leaders say some kids don't have the opportunity to get out and enjoy the reservation's natural beauty. This $4.7 million donation aims to fix that. Northern Arapaho Chairman Lee Spoonhunter says it will be spent on camping and hiking excursions for Arapaho and Shoshone youth. Down the road, it might go towards the construction of a rec center.
We're looking big. We would like something with 3 basketball courts, a pool with slides, and a workout room with weights and classes for yoga, Pilates, different things like that.
The money has been placed in an endowment fund to be managed by the Community Foundation of Jackson Hole. Spoonhunter says that will help the money last longer. I'm Savannah Marr.
And I'm Antonia Gonzalez.
National Native News is produced by Kawanak Broadcast Corporation with funding by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Like the circle of life, there is an opportunity that comes around every 10 years, a chance to participate and let our voice be heard. It lets others know who we are and where we are. The 2020 census will be our opportunity to shape our future for generations to come. Shape our future. Start here. Learn more at 2020census.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Census Bureau.
Native Voice One, the Native American Radio Network.